Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives.
Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. Super excited to be on the call today. We've got quite a few people live on the call, a couple of people that haven't been on for a while jumping back on. It's exciting to have new people and people recommitting, coming back onto the call. Today, we're going to focus on gratitude for refining. January, I think, is a really great time to be thinking about what we want to accomplish for the year, setting new habits, kind of, starting out our goals. And a lot of times when we start something new, start implementing habits and setting goals and just stepping into a whole new place, you could easily say that you fail every day. I could easily say that about myself, that I'm failing every day because I have some habits that I'm wanting to implement and I haven't been perfect at those. And I have to let go of some things to be able to fit these new habits in. So it's taken some time to, I'm still not perfect at that. But I'm really grateful for, somebody mentioned second chances and that mistakes aren't permanent. Before we started the recording, somebody mentioned a couple things about that, and I just was really grateful to hear that, and I feel like this word refining will help us to maybe understand what that is a little bit better. So I'm going to set the timer for 90 seconds, and we're going to have a private silent meditation on gratitude for refining, and we'll see what comes up for each one of us. And then we'll share after the timer goes off. So 90 seconds, private silent meditation, gratitude for refining, and just writing down whatever comes to you. Begin. All right. Well, something interesting came to me when I was thinking about refining. I'm really grateful for my knowledge that every day and every step is a success. And I only know that because I really trust God's timing, that His timing is perfect. And because, my natural self would want things to be perfect immediately. But I definitely see wisdom in all of the little tiny baby steps that come before perfection. And the story in the Bible that came to me, which was really interesting, I didn't even think that this was even related, but it popped in my head, was that Jesus let a little girl die so that she could be raised from the dead so that the greater miracle could be shown forth. And when I thought of that story, I realized that God's timing was perfect in that the man wanted his daughter to be healed and was kind of mad at Jesus for taking so long to get to his house to heal the little girl. But when she was raised from the dead, there were more people that witnessed the miracle and were able to believe on him as the Son of God. So that just really humbled me to realize that every step and every day is a success, and it's all perfect, and it's all according to God's timing. Who else would like to share?
I have something.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Suzanne.
Sometimes our refining is small increments and course corrections, and sometimes it's the refiner's fire.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And it's all perfect, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Who else?
I'd like to share. This
Daniel?
is Daniel. Just thinking in terms of what you just said, Wileen. It's like fine wine. It's just a process that it goes through, and you end up with something that's delectable. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's a really great example. If we try to, have it not be according to, to the perfect process, then it can just be rotten. Just taste like rotten grape juice. Thank you. Who else?
I'd like to share. This is Rachel.
Okay, thanks, Rachel.
This really came strong to my heart that shame is not a part of refining, and I think I struggle with this a lot. But putting myself down and being upset with myself isn't part of the refining that God does, because refining takes time, it takes mistakes, it takes heat, it takes pressure, it takes tools and others' help, it takes inspiration from God. God doesn't shame me. He encourages me. He's pleased with me, and he says thank you for your commitment and perseverance.
Wow, so powerful. That is such a profound thought, that Satan is not part of your refining. I think a lot of times we, I don't know, maybe I've been indoctrinated with this, that Satan's part is necessary, but it's absolutely not. Satan is a destroyer. God is a refiner. If it's true refining, it's all good. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate you bringing that out. Well,
I could share.
Share. It's Paula.
I'd like to share,
okay.
Sylvia.
Okay, let's go Paula and then Sylvia, and I'm not sure who else that was that wanted to share.
It was me, Sean.
Sean. Okay, so let's go Paula, Sylvia, and then Sean.
Gratitude for refining really spoke to me about becoming a better person and moving closer to God, so that we have the ability to listen and hear his word so that we can do his work.
Moving closer to him so we can hear him better and do his work, knowing what his work is. Thank you. Thanks. Sylvia.
I was just thinking about the timing, God's timing, and I can remember occasions in my life where I would say, why, Lord, why so long? It seems as though my prayers had not been answered. But looking back, I think God was just working out things for my highest good, because there's so many benefits we reap through the waiting process, through the journey. And I think those gifts and those blessings would not have been possible had the prayer been answered instantly. So you go to be patient, you go to be more understanding, you go to be more courageous, and it's just a heap of benefits that you get through the process of waiting on God.
Waiting on God. I love that idea. Super powerful. Thank you. So true. Sean?
For me, it was kind of like the power of baby steps. And what came to me was navigating an airplane, which is something I used to do. And if you just change like 1 degree, it's not too long before you're miles and miles on a different course than you were before. So just kind of the power of those small changes and how it doesn't seem like much at the time, but next thing you know, your course has changed a ton.
Wow. Love that. The power of a baby step. Thank you. Fun. All right. Well, I know there's probably others that could share. I encourage you to go to the Facebook group, Breakthrough with Gratitude, and share your thoughts there. This has been a really awesome discussion. It's opened up some new perspective for me, so I appreciate everybody's shares. Let's go ahead and shift over to our permission process. Let's take a deep breath and just get really deep into this idea of refining, being open to the refiner's fire or a tiny baby step, whatever it is that we need right now, just being open to it all. And one more deep breath. And first of all, just expressing gratitude for God having a higher view, to be able to see the future, to be able to see all the things that are needed. He knows what our needs are. And as Sylvia was mentioning about giving him time to work out the details, to work out the coincidental meetings or the opportunities that can come into our path, just working out those details for our benefit. And just be in a space of receiving, of accepting, of patience, contentment, trust, gratitude, whatever's needed to allow yourself to be just in a place of peace right now, being open to learn and be refined. One more deep breath. And the first question I have for you is the question for you to ask, what lack I yet? Where do I have some rough edges that need to be refined? What lack I yet? And just be open to receive what it is that you need to know, maybe a blind spot that you had that you weren't even aware, that there was something in your life that was missing, that you were missing. What's the next corner that can be rounded off for you? And as you're getting more clear with what that is, it's your next refining process. What is the limiting belief coming up as you're thinking about that process and change that needs to happen within you? And with that limiting belief, there's always a cost. There's always an outcome with every belief that we have. It always produces an outcome. So what is the cost of that limiting belief? Will it allow you to be refined? Will it allow you to move forward? Or will it keep you in the place that you're at? And once you recognize what the cost is, then it's time to decide. You can make a choice to either allow that limiting belief to stay and continue receiving that outcome, or you can give yourself permission to choose something different. And if you're ready to give yourself permission to choose something different, say yes.
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 Awesome. And so if you're willing to receive something different, then you need to choose a new belief that's going to produce a new outcome. So go ahead and choose some new beliefs, 2 or 3 new beliefs to replace that old limiting belief. that will empower you to be able to make that change within yourself to be refined, and that will produce a completely different outcome for you. What are your new beliefs? Check your mute button. Make sure that you're muted. And with these new beliefs, I invite you to bring these new beliefs to the table. That being with God and asking Him where you need to be refined, being open to Him giving you that insight into what needs to change within your life, bring these new beliefs to the altar, maybe, and give these new beliefs as maybe the limiting belief is what gets put on the altar. That you're sacrificing that limiting belief and letting that go in place of the new beliefs. So those limiting beliefs, putting them into the refiner's fire and walking through that refiner's fire with the new beliefs, and just feel the power that these new beliefs give you, the protection, the safety, confidence, the strength that these new beliefs give you to walk through the refiner's fire completely unscathed, and not even just unscathed, but actually all of the negative, the darkness, all the things that did not fit with this new person that you're becoming, the refined person that you're stepping out of the fire as, all of the things that didn't belong have been washed away, have been burned away. And all that's left is these new beliefs and the new refined spirit that you are. And as this new person, this new refined person with these new beliefs, what is the most important thing that you could do today that kind of would anchor in this experience so that you will always remember this refining process? What is one thing that you can do today that would really anchor in these new beliefs and this new person that you've become? And just listen to your intuition. What's your inspired shortcut for being this person, shining forth as this new refined person? In a moment, I'm going to open it up for some shares. We might go over time just a little bit because we did get started a little bit late this morning. So if anybody does need to drop off, I understand. Anybody who is experiencing something with this process, if you're having a hard time stepping through and actually seeing yourself completed with this refining process, I would love to invite you to have a conversation with me. You can have a 15-minute call with me just by going to AskWilene.com and scheduling a 15-minute call. It's free, and that takes you directly to my calendar. AskWilene.com takes you directly to my calendar. Well, I'm just going to share my new beliefs. I'm willing to be refined. I embrace change. I love change. I love and trust God. And I have a next step that is before this call would have really put fear into my heart. But now I feel very confident, and I know that I can trust that this next step is perfect, that my inspired shortcut is perfect. Who else would like to share?
This is Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
I think one of my things that came to my mind is allowing other people's opinion to remove my focus and my energy. I think that's one of the things that came to my mind.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you. That's a really powerful exercise to allow others' opinion to remove your, like, what your obsessive idea of the way that things have to be or whatever. Wow, that's really powerful to be open to new perspective and allowing others' opinions to help you do that. Thank you. Anybody else?
It's Rachel. I'll share again if that's okay.
Thanks, Rachel.
It's just quick. I just had a real powerful thought come to me that love refines. And I sometimes feel like the more negative things refine, or that it's pain or whatever. But the power of love, the power of God's love, really refines us.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love that. You've helped us really switch that, with your earlier comment as well about Satan not being part of the refining process. God is the refiner, and he only uses love. Thank you.
Sylvia,
thank you.
Yes. I just thinking of just being able to just let go completely and let God have his complete way with me, because sometimes I put up some resistance.
I love that. He's definitely somebody we can trust to do that. Thank you. Any last thoughts before we close our call today? All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being on the call. I really feel like this refining process has been exponentially. I've had an exponential experience with this idea of refining by being on this call today, and I hope you all have felt the same. I think this is one that we get to share with other people if there's somebody who is experiencing feeling that refining process and feeling it as a negative thing. I feel like this recording would be a really great one to share. This podcast would be a really great one to share with them. Thank you all for being on the call today. I look forward to your comments on the Breakthrough with Gratitude Facebook group, and also we'll look forward to being together again tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. And love you guys. Have an awesome day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for listening, and I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. We'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.